Hello, all you YouTube people. I'm doing this with bad lighting in my car. Taking off my top from work so you don't see who my employer is. God forbid. I'm going to eat my everything bagel. Why else did I talk about our topic for today? And I don't know if I talked about her before, but if I have, forgive me. And if I haven't, here we go. My conversation today is about Kamala Harris and how useless she is. I am not a fan of her. They had her in the 2020 race. Anyway. Okay, so sorry, excuse me. I didn't think I was going to be that involved with that bagel. It was an everything bagel, and I love everything bagels because it has everything, and it's delicious. I believe it was from Panera Bread. So anyway, the bosses on the unit I worked on last night, it was too sweet, decided to give us a breakfast this morning because our patient scores were great. So they had a assortment and array of all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I digress. That bagel was delicious, so I was chewing on that for a minute. I'm here to talk about Kamala Harris. Oh, they upped her up, the mainstream media, corporate media, hyped her up so much that she was going to be the next great thing, a great presidential candidate, all this crap. And then she had the comment about being bused to desegregate the schools. And she had that attack against Biden or whatever. Then after that, she stalled out because she pretended to be progressive when she never really was. Her ambitions was to get those donations from the big donors and do what they say and stick with capitalism. She had came out with this one article saying, "Oh, I sat back and I thought about it long and hard, and we're not going to go for Medicare for all. We're going to do a different plan for better access to care." Access just means we're not going to do any Medicare for all, no public option, none of that shit. And it really sucks. And then her policies that she brought out were not progressive at all. And for us progressives, not liberals, leftists, I'm a socialist progressive, okay? Not a social democrat. I'm a progressive. We're not going to even put Democrat in there because that party is womp womp. Then we need a progressive party. Anyway, any progressive, all we focus on is policy. That is why we like the old man Bernie. I love me some Bernie. Because he was all about policy. And the thing is, I was uneducated on Bernie in 2016. I followed politics, but not as closely as I do now because I realize it's needed in the world, and we need policies to change the world. Excuse me. I just thought that Bernie was this little old man that's just, I didn't know anything about him. So when Donald Trump was elected president, I got more into my politics and I researched on Bernie, and found out he's been saying virtually the same thing for 40 years, which is my lifespan. He's been saying the same thing over and over and over again. And they just say, "Oh, he's crazy. Crazy old Bernie." Bernie's not crazy, first of all. Second of all, these policies should have been implemented 40, 50, 60 years ago. Okay? And, MLK, they're probably not going to let me put this on YouTube, but MLK was never killed about civil rights and desegregation. It was about that he was becoming more and more progressive, more and more to the left. He was trying to do things for the working man and make things better and equal for the everyday person. And they killed him because of that. But, you know, our schools here in America are brainwash centers, and I try to work against that as much as I can for my kids and teach them what the true history is, because I didn't learn true history until I got on the internet and went on TikTok and found out all this stuff that I never freaking knew, and I was never taught in a history class. So there goes that. That's tangy. So, back to Kamala. She's terrible. And the reason why I'm talking about her today is because Biden is old as hell. And I'm not a fan of Biden. Don't get it twisted. He's done some pretty good things. I give credit where credit is due. Like the NLRB stuff I talked about in another video. And him trying to get student loan debt, at least $20,000, when really we can, through the Department of Education, he can get rid of all student loan debt. My thing is, it's sad because we pay all these billions of dollars for war, and to these war contractors is what I was trying to say, like Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, excuse me. All these billions of dollars, but we can't pay off student loan debt. We can't do Medicare for all. These are things that are common and standard in other civilized countries. You know, these are things that should be civilized and be here. Nobody should have to die because they can't afford their insulin. It is a shame that we can go across the border, the Canadian border, and get insulin for $5, $10, $15, when here it's $400 or $500 a bottle. It's fucking ridiculous. And then we have to pay all this goddamn money for drugs that our taxpayer dollars already paid for the research and development of. Tell me where that makes sense. That's not mathin'. That math ain't mathin'. We've already paid for the research and development of it. Why do we need to pay for it again and pay sometimes triple the price it is in other countries? Tell me that, because it don't make sense, right? So anyway, back to Kamala. If Biden was to pass away and is not able to do his job, she's going to be the one taking over. You know, and then if he doesn't make it past the election, they might try to push her. Or Gavin Newsom, oh my God, the governor of California, he's a problem too. He's just another one of those, just like Kamala. Sorry, I know he's done some good things in California. He's done some bad things. We'll talk about that in another video. I gotta do my research and tell you the right thing. Anyway, Kamala is not what we're looking for. I don't even see her around as vice president. I don't see anything useful that she is even doing. She's an absolutely terrible politician. She's terrible. No offense, but I don't care if she's black. I don't care if she's green or purple or blue. I don't give a... YouTube, I can't curse the way I want to. But I don't give a crap about what you look like, what color you are. It is about your policy. I don't care if you're male or female. It is about the policies that you want to do for people. This Project 2025 thing that Trump wants to do is one of the things. He wants to shoot shoplifters on the spot. What if somebody is like starving in this current situation we're in, where it's going to get worse? What if somebody's like starving, or their kid is starving and they need milk or diapers, and they still, because they have no other choice, they deserve to get shot on the spot, and then their kids at home just starve to death or go without? And I'm not excusing shoplifting, but like the stuff he's saying is retarded. It doesn't make any freaking sense. And his supporters, his cult members at this point, support him and say he's going to stand up for the Constitution. The man has said many times blatantly that he wants to rip apart the Constitution. Like, I don't understand why people aren't seeing and understanding what he's saying. And they talk about freedom. Yeah, Trump's going to give us freedom. No, he wants to turn our country into a dictatorship where everybody praises him. And that is freaking scary. So that's why I say if something happens to Biden and he can't run, God forbid, Kamala, please don't put her up. Please, please, please don't. Because she will lose miserably to Trump. And people like me will be forced to vote for her when we can't stand her. I'd rather than put someone up like Marianne Williamson. Marianne Williamson. Oh my God, my brain is not working. She's running for president and she's not being shown. She's not being seen. The mainstream media like MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, CNN do not publicize that she's running. She's being denied speeches, all kinds of things. It's terrible here in America because they want this two-system party thing and it's not working. It's not working. We need ranked choice voting here in America, and we need more party systems, like kind of like what they do in England. It's not parliament, but like, let's say we have Democrat, Republican, the Progressive Party, the Conservative Party, I don't know, the crazy wackadoodle party, I don't know. But we need more parties in this two-party system. It's rigged. That's what makes it rigged. Yeah, Trump, the election is rigged. It's rigged by being two parties, Democrat and Republican, where you're just stuck. And here in my state of Florida, the great Sunshine State, if you register as a independent, you can't vote in the primaries. Isn't that fucking terrible? So you have no true democracy, really. You have no true choice. You can't be open-minded. Republicans say that they're open-minded and they're allowed to oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? They use their own mind and they got their whatever the hell they say, dumbness. But being independent is truly, you're independent to think what you want to think and say what you want to say. So I have to do the trickery and register myself as a Democrat so that I can vote in the primaries. It's a close primary state, which is terrible, and that needs to be gone. Don't even get me started on our governor here. And then when I go to the general election, I re-register as an independent because I do not want to be associated with the Democratic Party. It's terrible. I'm scared for them to put Kamala Harris up there. And that's my thoughts for today. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.